What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris, aka the Water King, coming at you for another Dueling Bros video. And I'm super excited because today I am bringing you the very first episode of my podcast, Cryptid Arena. Okay, I am really excited. I've always wanted to do something like this, whether it be about music, video games, or whatever it may be. I've been like a huge podcast guy for like a really long time. I always wanted to do one, just never had the courage to do it by myself. And here we are now. Stephen went to police academy and graduated and has become a police officer officially. Congratulations to you, Stephen. Uh, you reached out for a goal and you achieved it, and I'm really proud of you. Um, and I kind of had to figure out what I wanted to do with the content creation here. Now that he's busy, and man, I miss my bro. If gonna be honest with you guys, I miss him, and he was there with me, talking through all the video ideas. Even if he wasn't in the video, he was really a vital portion to the Dueling Bros, and still is. And he was there at the Flame Tower supporting me on. So you guys will still see him around. Just he's a police officer now, and he's pretty busy. So, but anyway, guys, that's really it. That's why I have been lacking of content lately. Was just I miss my bro, and I didn't really know what to do with myself and the channel. And I kind of just felt like I think there was a void there. But thank you to everybody who sent me messages or you told me in person that you watch all the videos, you love the content, and hope I keep it coming. And that that's one of the big reasons why we're still here, right? Of course I want to keep the content going, but those words of encouragement really go a long way. So I appreciate everybody who sent me some words of encouragement. It really meant a lot. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into this podcast. Okay, so first of all, I would just like to say there's no gameplay today, but there will be gameplay embedded into the podcast. Don't worry. When I go over some highlights from the night from some of the games, I want to be able to cut to those, and then that way you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about as I'm talking about it. I'm all about gameplay, so don't worry, that's coming. I needed two things to happen. One, I needed to check out the venue, and I needed to make sure that I wasn't about to crowd the space that we had up and make other people uncomfortable. You don't want to do that. You want to be respectful of others and their space. And then two, I needed to get approval from Jesse TCG Labs, the tournament organizer, and judge, and then also the other judge, Kurt Cresswell, Mr. Master MZO, Dueling Sibling. Shout out to you guys. And both of them approved and said it is okay for me to record some gameplay. So thank you guys. Starting next week, we will have gameplay, and I'm really excited for that. Okay, so now that you guys know that there will be gameplay in every episode, let's go ahead and talk about how I'm going to choose one game, or maybe if there's a good couple of games, maybe a couple will get archived, but I'm gonna choose. I'm trying to figure out a day of the week and choose that day where I'm gonna release a full game with commentary every week. I'm gonna try to keep that as consistent as I possibly can, and so I'm gonna just figure out with the editing schedule how long it'll take me to do that. So it'll probably take me about 2 or 3 weeks before I get a day of the week that I can put in stone that you guys can pencil me in for. But as far as this portion of the Cryptid Arena experience, I would say Sunday. I'm going to be releasing episodes every Sunday, talking about the weekly local that I went to on Friday. That way, it gives me some time to edit in the gameplay, as I mentioned before. Okay, so this podcast is going to be all about me going to a local and having a blast playing Metazoo, okay, and seeing what other ideas people were trying, and then also trying some fun ideas myself, okay. Um, Nothing set in stone. I just want to have some fun, and I want to try some crazy combos. I want to do things that people normally don't see in gameplay. I don't think of everything. Maybe some people out there have ideas that are that they just can't figure out, but they really want to see someone try it, but they don't have a weekly local that they can go and try it out every week. Well, guess what? I got your back. You can just comment down below your card combo idea, or maybe you have like a whole deck idea you want me to try. I would be happy to look at it and see if I can't make something happen, right? That's what this show is going to be all about, just having fun and trying new stuff, okay? Because I think there's a lot of competitiveness in Metazoo. I mean, I know I consider myself a top player, but I think it's important to show you guys that it's also important to have fun. I genuinely enjoy playing Metazoo, and I will play Metazoo for fun. And I have decks that I know are a little wacky and that I just play anyway. And so I'm happy to bring these decks to the forefront. Um, so, like I said, Sunday is going to be, like a sit down talk. I'll probably be at my desk for the future episodes. That way we get a close look at the cards, and, it'll be easier to cut to the gameplay and stuff like that. So I'm super excited about all that. I'm also going to give some thoughts on what's going on in the Metazoo world at the moment. Nothing like hot takes or anything like that, more than likely, unless a hot take needs to be had. But I mean stuff like 30th anniversary, just dropped this week, and you ordered online. But like that card coming out, when that card hits everybody's doorsteps in their packages, there's going to be a ton of more combos to potentially try. And that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. So if you guys come up with some 30th anniversary ideas that you want to see your boy try, comment down below. Let me know, okay? All fourth walls being active until the end of the next turn is very, very strong, okay? And it can create some crazy scenarios. And we already have some crazy scenarios, right, with the dual aura decks and stuff. So I can't wait to see what you guys think of, and then also what I think of, because that's part of the fun for me, is looking at a card and being like, wait, does that go with this? Wait, so if I do this, I could do this, and then go into a game and trying it, and then when it pops off, it's really cool to that type of feeling. Even if it's like, I'm probably not gonna win this whole tournament or whatever, it's still fun playing fun decks that you think may not be like the top meta deck. So that's what I'm really trying to highlight here. Right now I decided to play Flame. I like playing Flame. I played Flame before Flame Tower, and I actually kicked it old school for me, and I played Green Fireball Headless Coal Miner build, right? Is essentially my King of the Chill build. I just kind of put that back together, and then went to the local, and with like a few card changes, but yeah, and it was a blast. I love playing that deck. I ran into a roadblock though, and we'll get into that in a second. But if you guys have any card suggestions that I should maybe pair with Green Fireballs and Headless Coal Miner, comment down below so that I can add it into the deck and try it out. And or maybe you have like a dual aura deck idea with those two cards, or maybe you have your own combo. Like I said, like if you have a completely different aura type that you're looking into, that you're like, Chris, I haven't seen a lot of this get played. Can you try this? Like maybe like Frost the Platypus. That Platypus is pretty strong. Has Venomous, and it stops contract effects. There's tons of cards that I would love to see what you guys are interested in trying, and seeing other people try, and I would love to try them out. So My very first match was against a newer player. And like I said, I was playing Flame. He was playing Dark. He had the Hopkinsville Goblin theme deck from Cryptid Nation, and then he kind of spiced it up, splashed a little Dark in there, and we had a great match. I ended up winning, and afterwards, we chit chatted about gameplay, sequencing, and we had a blast. And like I said, going forward, we're gonna have gameplay here, so you're gonna see all the you're gonna actually see the arena and what it looks like as I'm talking about it like right now. Um, but that matchup was pretty straightforward. Uh, he like it was his second ever event, so I think we spent more time just talking about how he got into Metazoo, and then he wants to get better, and we kind of talked about a little bit of sequencing, but he's a really really cool individual, and I can't wait to see him again. We have Marco from South Texas was my match number 2, and he was playing at Spirit, and he just straight up 2-0'd me. Okay, so as soon as he played Spirit Aura, I was kind of like, oh, I may be into trouble here, and that is because of one card, Crow Mother. Okay, and boy was your boy Chris right. I predicted that like I know the future. Okay, um, man, I'm playing a bunch of Spirit Beasties. He's playing a bunch of Spirit Traded Beasties. I can attack his Spirit Traded Beasties, but once he gets that Crow Mother out, he can attack mine. And if I play FSE, it hurts me just as well. So I was kind of in a disadvantage in that scenario, and it just came to light. Uh, the couple of times I went to explosion stuff, he had the cursed contracts ready. So it was definitely a good game 1, and then definitely it was a good game 2. It was a great match all around. Game 2, he dropped a couple of Orifacts, then a New Year's, and dropped another Orifact, and I was like, okay. And so I looked at my hand, and I was like, wow, this isn't good. It was all right before. He got both of my Piasa Birds, and then I was like, well, what am I going to do? He just New Year's both my Piasa Birds away. And so I was just like, okay. I drew New Year's again. I was like, I'm just going to go for it. I played a couple of rocks myself, and then I played New Year's again. And I didn't see any Crow Mothers in the cemetery from the first New Year, so like maybe I can hit one or maybe even both of them this time. Maybe they got clumped. You never know. And they weren't, and I didn't even hit one. So I was like, oh, cool. And I ended up dropping a lot of BCs. I was really hoping to hit those Crow Mothers, because had I hit those Crow Mothers, I was really confident that I could have created a board state that I could control and then win game 2. But that's not what happened. And like I topped back to Aura, couldn't do anything. I had a lot of Aura in my hand. I had already dumped a good portion of my BCs. So I ended up just surrendering. I think we had like 20 minutes left in the round, and I just kind of walked around, chit-chatted with some people, chit-chatted with Marco, and just kind of looked around to see what everybody else was playing, and I enjoyed myself and had a good time. And then round 3, I actually did not have an opponent. My opponent had to go early, so they surrendered to me. So I got the 2-0 essentially with, I still had a bot. But overall, I had a great night. It's not very often you see a Spirit deck, but I hope that changes. I hope that I can come to you guys every week and be like, I saw another Spirit deck. In fact, as this local, I have it written down here. Like we had Cosmic, we had Water. I was playing Flame, of course. Spirit, Dark, and Frost Light. And then there were two or three other people there, but they were kind of doing their own thing. By the time I got done with my matches and stuff, I didn't really see what they were playing, and they're actually playing a different card game in round 3. I know. I guess they drew. I don't know the story there, but that's what I saw there. 6 different aura types. That's for a local event. That's pretty cool, I think. and I'm hoping that I can continue to see that variety going forward because uh, I think it's just good for the game for more variety. I don't like it when everybody just plays like one aura type and then like the other group of people plays this aura type. It's a headache. I don't like that. There's 10 auras. I want everybody to play their own aura type. It's me personally. I think everything should be powerful. But other than that, guys, I'm super excited to do this podcast for you guys and just really get it going week to week. I know, there was no gameplay today, but I still, I went and I was able to get that nice information for you guys from the locals, and going forward we'll have the gameplay. It won't just be me sitting in front of a camera rambling like this. But I just felt like it was important that I did have an episode talking about what you guys can expect from the podcast, and what better way than with the first episode, right? So I appreciate you guys on a consistent basis. You're going to be seeing these videos from me every Sunday, and then I'm still trying to figure out a weekday when I'm going to upload that full game with commentary. But I'll see you guys next week with the second episode and the very first episode with gameplay in it. Peace.